The salt-laced air whipped around Lieutenant Nathan Cole as he stood sentinel on the dock. His gaze, sharp and unwavering, scanned the bustling scene on Navy Day. The USS Horn, a gray steel behemoth, loomed silently before him. "Sir, you can't board that ship." His words, crisp and final, cut through the maritime sounds, stopping an old man in his tracks at the gangway. The veteran, his back ramrod straight despite the years etched on his face, simply stared at the towering vessel. "I served on her before you were even born," he replied, his voice a low rumble. Hours later, the tension in the captain's quarters was thick enough to cut with a knife. "He was trespassing, sir," Nathan insisted, his voice tight. Admiral Thorne's reply was calm, cold, and absolute. "He was a hero, and you just turned him away." The weight of those words hung heavy in the air, a stark reminder of a denied step and a forgotten name. Nathan Cole lived by the book. The Navy was his lifeblood, and rules were his compass. His father's death years ago, a casualty of chaos, had cemented his belief that discipline, order, and structure were the bulwarks against disaster. As the officer in charge of dock security for Navy Day, Nathan was determined that everything would be perfect. Then Commander Harold Briggs appeared. His faded cap and old-fashioned salute spoke of a bygone era, but his eyes, though heavy with memory, were clear and purposeful. He had come to board the ship he once called home. Nathan, ever the stickler, blocked him. "Only those with clearance may board." Briggs's reply was poignant. "I gave my clearance the day I bled on that deck. But rules don't bend, not for ghosts." With a heavy sigh, Briggs turned and walked away, the weight of a lifetime dragging with him. Later, whispers reached Nathan's ears. "Briggs? As in that Briggs?" A seasoned crewman recounted the harrowing 1974 engine room fire, how one man had stayed behind, sealing the bulkhead from the inside, saving the ship and its crew. Nathan, a gnawing unease in his gut, dug into the records. Commendations, medals, a silver star, a legacy buried beneath layers of red tape. Yet no invitation, no boarding pass. Rules were rules. Then the Admiral arrived. His eyes swept over the ship, then paused. "Where's Commander Briggs?" Nathan, too quick, too confident, replied, "He wasn't on the list, sir." The Admiral turned slowly, his voice dropping to a low, dangerous tone. "He's the reason this ship still floats, the reason I still breathe." Silence enveloped the dock. Then came the command, clear and firm, "Bring him back." Nathan rushed to the pier, a frantic hope surging within him, but the bench was empty, the dock eerily quiet. The old man was gone, and with him, perhaps, the Navy's honor. Nathan stood alone, replaying every word, every rule, every agonizing failure. His father's face, etched in the waves, seemed to look back at him with disappointment as the Navy Day ceremony began. Just as despair threatened to consume him, a cab door opened. Briggs stepped out, not because he was summoned, but because he'd seen a photo of his crew in the ship's window. He simply couldn't walk away. Nathan approached him, humbled, his voice barely a whisper. "Commander, I'm sorry. I didn't see you." Briggs smiled softly, a knowing glint in his eyes. "You saw the rules, but now you're seeing the men." Together, they walked up the gangway. No clearance was needed. At the bow, Briggs rested his hand on the railing, the same cold steel he had once bled for. Nathan watched from a distance. No longer an officer guarding a gate, but a witness, a student of honor. Because sometimes honoring the code means knowing when to break it.